way to make the best cookies ever.
So true, Shannon, so true. Because you know what, this is the season of giving, and no matter what holiday you celebrate, a warm, home-baked cookie, always a welcome treat. Well, here's the thing. This set of cookbooks is such a sweet treat, and I mean that both literally and figuratively, because not only does it provide you with hundreds of recipes for gourmet cookies and brownies and breads and more, but what's inside is so special because it's inspired by the national nonprofit organization, and it is Cookies for Kids Cancer. The whole point of this is bringing communities and kids together to host bake sales where the proceeds go toward helping to fund the research for new treatments for childhood cancer. It's such an important cause. Inside, you'll find hundreds of recipes, like I mentioned, but more importantly, inspiration, tips, and ideas to inspire you and those you love to host your own bake sales and also help out the cause. Now, speaking of helping the cause, today you get 2 cookbooks, okay, and it's under $30. It's $29.95, but what's so beautiful about this is $14.50 of every purchase today of these 2 cookbooks goes directly to that nonprofit organization. Now, Gretchen Witt is the founder of Cookies for Kids Cancer. She's also the one who curated all of these amazing recipes from bake sales held with love all around the country. And she's here today to share her personal story, tell us all about the books. Welcome, good morning. And you know what? What a great way to get into the holiday spirit with a gift that truly gives back. Because yes, it's a cookbook, but it is so much more than that.
It is, and 50% of the purchase price goes directly to pediatric cancer research by coming back to our organization. So first of all, thank you so much for having us today.
I'm happy to have you here. Anytime we can talk about a gift that does more than one thing. I mean, first of all, you can take a look at this table full of beautiful treats, but what you're seeing here is what happens with this organization, bringing communities together for a great cause. And this all started from your own family's personal experience, so it's near and dear to your heart.
Absolutely did. So both of these books are actually dedicated to my favorite baker, my son Liam. So Liam had a 4-year battle with cancer. He was diagnosed when he was 2.5. I will never forget the day that he was diagnosed, finding out that pediatric cancer is actually the #1 disease killer of children in the U.S. I had no idea.
I had no
idea. But all throughout his cancer battle, the one thing that he loved to do, no matter how he felt, was to bake for people. And for him, baking was really a way of showing somebody that he cared about them. So he actually inspired me to bake 96,000 cookies in a massive cookie baking palooza. We raised more than $420,000, and that bake-a-thon actually led to us creating Cookies for Kids Cancer, which is a year-round organization. We have now granted just shy of $15 million to the top pediatric cancer centers, including one that HSN is very familiar with, St. Jude, and the other top leading centers across the country. There have been more than 8,000 events in all 50 states and 18 countries around the world. And everything that is out here on the table is something that has been made at a bake sale. It is tried, trued, and tested, and they are absolutely delicious.
And it's so important because when you talk about funding the research for childhood cancer, it's finding new treatments. It's finding treatments that are actually meant for children. It's finding safer methods. This is an important cause. And to think that in this book, you're finding these gorgeous recipes, but also in addition to it, I had such a great time reading the stories and the profiles of the people involved, what inspired them, who they're helping. It's truly a special gift. So if you think about who you're gifting, whether it's a novice or someone who loves to bake, these are easy, simple recipes.
Absolutely.
They're sweet treats. They work for grown adults to children who love to bake. It inspires family time together. And you're getting 2 books. So you can keep one, you can gift one. And what I love the most is nearly half of the purchase price, $14.50 of your purchase today, is going to help the cause, and it's going to Cookies for Kids Cancer. It's such an important message, and this is the perfect time of year to bring that up. It's not often you can do your shopping, get something amazing, but also help others.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know? Let's talk about some of the recipes. Let's see what we've got on the table here, because I keep eyeballing the chocolate chip oatmeal
It's
ones,
everybody's favorite.
That's just like
everybody's
the quintessential
favorite
cookie.
Absolutely. Yeah. So these are oatmeal chocolate chip. I think we should try some, don't you?
Okay, I'm in.
Absolutely.
So this is one of the recipes. You said there's about 350 recipes
There
total.
are. So it's less than a penny a recipe in the book.
Look at this.
I mean, what a deal. Less
Look
than
at
a
the
penny.
inside. These are so soft.
And the oatmeal makes this a lighter cookie, so it's not quite as dense. It's a perfect breakfast cookie.
I just got a huge chunk of chocolate there.
I did too.
So delicious.
Wonderful.
And we were talking about this. Neither of us are, you know, expert bakers. But you don't have to be. That's the whole point. There's beautiful photos and instructions.
Because we wanted it to be inviting. We wanted it to be something that anybody could do. We didn't want super complicated recipes. We wanted to make it easy for people. We wanted to give people a way to get involved. But the thing that I love about this book is that it's something that you can actually take to bed to read, because all of the stories are so inspirational. All the stories just make you get excited and inspired to do whatever it is that you can do to get involved.
Absolutely. So there's so many great things about this. So not only are they delicious recipes, but it really helps encourage positive action, because the idea here is to inspire you to host your own bake sales, or, you know, with someone that you love. Maybe it becomes a project you do together, or maybe you just like to read the inspirational stories that are inside. There's inspirational quotes as well.
Yep.
So like you said,
And all kinds of tips as well.
all kinds of tips for baking and for getting involved with your children or your grandchildren, nieces and nephews. It's really just a sweet book in all ways.
Thank you.
You know, is
Thank
there
you.
something that stands out to you? Any favorites you have in here, or favorite stories that are shared?
You know, one of the things that I really like are the rainbow sable cookies, because it's something that you can make this dough in advance. You roll the log in some colored sugar here.
Oh,
and then
pretty.
you put it in the freezer. And let's say you have somebody coming over and you weren't quite expecting company. You can pull this out, cut off some slices, put them right in the oven, and you can have the smells of fresh baked cookies in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I love that. And then you can see that the cookies themselves have this little ring of sugar around the outside, which is just
so
beautiful.
Cute. So the recipes in here, then, they come from all of the bake sales that have happened all across the country, right? You've kind of curated the best of the best.
More than 8,000 bake sales in all 50 states and 18 countries. We just had a school in Guatemala have several bake sales across the course of a week, which is just fascinating to see. But it is coast to coast. It's everywhere from Alaska to Hawaii. And people, there's just something that feels good about baking, and something that makes you feel good about getting together and grabbing.
It's therapeutic, you know, and it's not something you always do alone too. You have your family and friends with you, so when you think about gifting, there are no bake options as well. But what we're offering you today is 2 of these books. So they're 2 beautiful cookbooks, more than 350 recipes. But what happens is, you see that $29.95 price? Well, $14.50 of that for every purchase goes to Cookies for Kids Cancer. It is a national nonprofit organization. They take those funds and they go out to 5 of the nation's leading childhood cancer research centers. So you are directly helping that cause, but you're also getting a beautiful gift at the same time. And it's just, I am so inspired by you that even through tragedy, you still, for the last, how many years now, since 2008, have been spreading that message, trying to help the cause. As a parent, I can absolutely relate to wanting to do everything you can to help not only your child, but any child out there, if you have a way to do it.
Isn't that what we're supposed to do?
Sure.
I mean, we are here to give back, and we are here to move society forward. And if there's something simple that you can do, something as easy as baking some cookies, then why not do it, and why not get involved?
And that's just it. Maybe you can't go out and volunteer hours and hours at a time. Maybe you can't donate hundreds and hundreds of dollars, but $29.95, where half of that is going to the nonprofit organization, and then you get to bake beautiful recipes at the same time. It is something we can all do and we can all enjoy. And I just so appreciate what you're doing. I'm so happy that HSN has partnered with you and Cookies for Kids Cancer to be able to do something in this spirit, in this season, that truly gives back and to pay it forward. So thank you for being here and sharing the message.
Thank you. Would you like a brown sugar cookie?
I may have to take a couple with me. I'm just saying, because I still have some coffee from this morning.
Are really
I know,
good
there's so many great recipes, you guys. 350 beautiful color photos. I love the stories.